Of course, this land was home to a community before that date. Melrose is located on the ancestral lands of the Massachusetts tribe, the indigenous society from whom the colony, province, and commonwealth took their names. Many of their descendants still inhabit historic Massachusetts territories today. In 1628, the first European settlers came here, and in 1649, this community became North Malden. And in 1850, Melrosians broke off on their own for the first 50 years as a town, and from 1900 onward as a city. And I am pleased to report that I think Malden-Melrose relations have recovered from that schism. One through line of our history is the role played quietly and humbly by individual members of this community. Public servants ranging from elected officials, boards and commission members who volunteered to serve, and municipal employees who worked part or full-time to serve Melrose are responsible for navigating our challenges and delivering our successes. Today, we thank anyone who has stepped up for Melrose, whether that was running for or serving an elected local office, volunteering as a member of a city board or commission, or working for the city of Melrose, and we'll see the red ribbons that so many of your friends, family, and neighbors are wearing to honor their service. Please enjoy today's celebration and the many events to follow, graciously organized by the Melrose Chamber of Commerce and the Melrose Creative Alliance. Visit our table over here to participate in Follow Your Art Community Studios Community Art Project, which will hang inside City Hall once completed. Visit the Historical Commission's table at the back of the hall to learn more about our city's long and fascinating story. And please stick around to enjoy the delicious birthday cakes baked by our own Sweet Spot Bakery. I know, that's why you're all here. And yes, parents, we are giving your children cake for breakfast. Before I finish, please allow me to welcome and acknowledge many of our esteemed guests as I can. Middlesex District Attorney Marian, who will hear from shortly. State Senator Jason Lewis and State Representative Caitlin Rivera. From our City Council, Council President Lila Migliorelli, Councilors Angela Caranchetti, Rob Stewart, Mark Garape, Kim Vandiver, Cal Finocchiaro, and Devin Romano. School Committee Vice Chair and School Committee members Jen McAndrew and Jen Raza Thomas. All the Jens are here. Former Mayors Paul Broder and Gail Inferno. And many of our former city councilors, members of the Board of Aldermen, and school committee members. Next, I'm thrilled to introduce someone who needs no introduction, our Lieutenant Governor, Kim Driscoll.
And happy 175. So thrilled to be with you this morning to celebrate a historic milestone in this wonderful community. As the Mayor mentioned, formerly part of Malden, which was formerly part of Charlestown. And I found it interesting that you stole some of Stoneham at one point in history, the Highlands. So on my way down, I saw a few pieces of saugus that maybe you want to take a look at for later. It really is an honor to be with you to celebrate 175 years of a great community, coming together, looking out for each other, and always, frankly, being there to take on whatever is thrown your way. One of the things that I always think makes local government special, and a number of you are here today, city councilors, the mayor, former mayors, members of the state legislative delegation and our DA, it shows that there's a connection here. And when you think about those of us who've been involved in local government, whether that's official, as a mayor, or someone who's on a board or commission, we really are stewards of this place. We get our chance to make it better, and if you love where you live and you can give it back and live where you work, it's pretty special. And milestones like this really bring that home. For 175 years, there have been people in facilities like this, throughout this community, giving back, finding a way to make sure Melrose was contributing to the next generation. Today, that is all of you. So I really just want to say congratulations on 175 years of celebrating this amazing community, of bringing people together, and working for the best interests of those that will come after us. Thanks for being a really great ancestor to those who will stand in this space 175 years from now, celebrating this year of history. Congratulations. And it's now my our District Attorney, Marian.
Good morning. Birthdays are in the air. The Lieutenant Governor and I have been spending the last few weeks traveling around celebrating the 250th. We're happy to be here celebrating in Melrose. I will say, in none of those other locations have we been served as much cake. So I am here because I was promised cake. And I just want to say, you know, when you think back to 1850, it was before the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. It was before women could vote. And it's not just those events, it's the people that were there. Think about the name of the town of Melrose. It was brought here by a man from Scotland who missed his hometown and really pushed to name this Melrose. And I've been thinking about that this week because earlier in the week we had 600 young women gathered for our Empowering Girls Conference, including a huge contingent from Melrose. And when you look at those women and think about their future, that's what matters. It's the people. It is about what Melrose has always been as a community, about thinking how do we make people feel included. How do we make representation matters? We barely let Senator Lewis up on the stage today with all these women. He is our token representative. But that's what matters, is thinking about the past, where we are today, what's been built here under the mayor's leadership, and where we are in the future. So it's my pleasure to really wish you a happy birthday and wait for the cake. So happy birthday. Thank you.
I'm extremely proud to call Melrose home and to represent the community. From its beginning of self-governance, Melrose has served as a model for what an inclusive, welcoming, and forward-thinking city can look like. We are a community that doesn't just value diversity, we embrace it. We've worked to build a city where people of all different backgrounds, abilities, and identities are not only accepted, but respected and empowered. We see that spirit in our schools, with their focus on equity and inclusion. We see it in our local government, where leaders prioritize accessibility and civic engagement. And we see it every day in the kindness of our neighbors, in the rallies for justice, and in the community forums where every voice is invited to the table. This year also serves as the 50th anniversary of the Massachusetts Caucus of Women Legislators, and I'm really proud to be on that board. We are the longest serving caucus in any state legislature, bicameral, bipartisan. And we're using this year to recognize and celebrate the public servants that came before us, just as today we celebrate all the Melrose residents who we have built upon. I'm particularly mindful of State Representative Mary Livermore Norris Barrows from Melrose, who served in the House from 1929 until 1938 as the 8th woman in the entire Commonwealth to serve in the House. I'm humbled to continue her legacy and work with you on moving our Commonwealth and our city forward. And I have with me today a citation. Many of you may have seen some of the citations that I present around the city, including to commemorate big birthdays. I have to be honest, this is by far, this is all of the birthdays in the 175 years. This comes from the Speaker of the House and myself, and we'll present it to the city. Thank you again for being here today.
Know that I'm the last person standing between all of you and birthday cake. So I'm going to keep it very brief and just say what a delight it is to be able to celebrate this special occasion together. Congratulations and happy birthday to the mayor and all the members of the city council and the school committee and all the folks who are gathered here today. That make Melrose such a special community, a wonderful community to live, to raise a family, business, to retire. And I bring with me also a citation from the Massachusetts State Senate for this occasion. And it says, "Be it known, the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the city of Melrose in recognition of the happy occasion of the 175th anniversary of Melrose being incorporated as an independent municipality, and wishes the city continued success." And it's signed by the Senate President, Senator Spilka, the Senate Clerk, and myself as the President. Thank you, everybody.